Your faithful giving at Ascension makes ministry happen.
Kathy, tell us about a day in the life of Kathy and your position at Ascension.
I answer emails, answer phone calls, I make prayer requests for people, put them on the board. I do lots of follow-up emails with parishioners and with ministry coordinators. I maintain the pew cards, maintaining the clergy rotas, and also the most important thing is paying attention to the parishioners who come in the office every day.
Has your position affected you in any particular way?
Yes. Working in the clergy office, and particularly with Father Howard, has shown me how hard the clergy works in this church, and the needs, the constant needs, their long hours, and their willingness to give. And I feel like I couldn't be in a better place to work with role models of how to be a Christian and to give love and to care. That's what I've come away with the most.
Father Howard, your life story seems to be one of service. Could you talk to us about that?
Yes, absolutely. I was called to the ministry at a very early age, as you know, and in fact preached my first sermon on angels at the age of 14, primarily to all my relatives and neighbors, but felt that call, and it was very, very strong. And here I am in this extraordinary place called Church of the Ascension.
Father Howard, share your vision for the Church of the Ascension going forward.
My vision for Church of the Ascension really comes out of the call that the Holy Spirit has given to this community. And there are so many talents here, and there are so many opportunities for ministry in a city, in a state, really globally, that the needs that are unmet, which this church can help address. As you know, we've had mission trips to Bolivia, we've had a service project called Family Promise, where we have homeless families staying here. And we have every Sunday people coming to this church who essentially have no background in Christianity, searching for some place to call their spiritual home. So my hope for this parish, and I see it happening, is that we will become a place of sanctuary and a place of refuge for people who need to have Jesus Christ in their lives.
So talk about Bolivia and what that's meant to you and what that means to Ascension and what really the goals are for all of us.
So it's gotten us out of our walls. And there's other things at Ascension that in these recent years have helped our congregation move outside of their walls and outside of their comfort zone. And I think that that is probably the thing that we should all be most proud of, because that's really the goal, whether it's in Bolivia or right here in the Appalachians. It's helping our people put their faith into action and to actually go out there and serve the world in the name of Christ.
What are you most proud of that you've seen change at Ascension?
We're just growing leaps and bounds with young families and with children, and growing in the ways that we can get out and serve the community. And so I think that that's the biggest change, and the biggest change I'm proud of, and I think that I hope that we'll continue to follow that path in the future.
Just how many languages do you speak?
I can speak, obviously, English and German, and Norwegian is pretty good too, and Spanish and Chinese, Mandarin are the other ones. And then I can read in Hebrew and Greek for Bible study.
What are your hopes and dreams for Ascension and for the Episcopal Church?
Ascension is in a great place right now, and we're doing things somehow differently than a lot of the Episcopal churches. Most of the Episcopal Church seems to be in decline, and yet we continue to grow. So I hope, really, that Ascension will continue to thrive, even in contrast to the rest of the Episcopal Church. The Episcopal Church is my church, so I grew up in it, and I want it to thrive as well. But I have a lot of hope for Ascension, that we'll be able to continue to reach out, that will become a beacon in the community and a place that can really be a bridge. We have people here in all different parts of Christianity, but Ascension is a place where people with both Catholic backgrounds and Protestant backgrounds can find a home. And I really hope we can share that message and grow.
So tell me what a work day is like for you. A typical workday doesn't really exist because there are very few that are typical, but I spend lots of time working on children's ministries. I spend lots of time coordinating with the nursery. I spend time working on adult education. I spend time meeting with people who might need to talk to me. So when it comes to a typical day, they're not really typical.
Okay, what about your job is the most rewarding?
I really love teaching. I love learning, and I love watching people when they are thinking through a new idea.
So tell us a little bit about children's ministries.
I love working with children because they are unafraid to ask big questions, and sometimes when we get older, we stop asking questions, and they ask all the questions that all the adults want to ask and don't. So if you really want to know or have a question, have a child, listen to a child pose questions. It's just amazing.
Your giving makes all this and more possible at the Church of the Ascension.